Baseball, a game of inches, of skill, of strategy. A game that demands precision, focus, and a steady hand. A game that can lift a man to the heights of stardom or cast him into the deepest shadows. And sometimes, the shadow consumes the man. This is the story of Marty Bergen. Hey everyone, it's officially spring, and the weather's finally good enough to get out and play some ball. But I'm not out today to just enjoy the fresh air. I'm more interested in taking a look at a darker chapter of baseball history. Here in St. Joseph's Cemetery of North Brookfield, Massachusetts is the final resting place of Marty Bergen, catcher for Major League Baseball team the Boston Beaneaters from 1896 to 1899. A life and a career cut short by his own personal demons. Marty Bergen was born to Irish immigrants in 1871, just following the Civil War. He would work in the local shoe factories of North Brookfield to support his family and spend his free time playing baseball for local team, the Brookfields. By 1892, Bergen's baseball career had officially begun, serving as the catcher for the Salem Witches in 59 games. And by 1893, he would marry Hattie Gaines. The couple would go on to have 3 children together. 1896 would see Marty Bergen join professional team, the Boston Beaneaters, playing a total of 344 games for the Major League team. Although he had proven himself a valuable asset to the Beaneaters, Bergen was well known for his extreme temper and violent outbursts, with instances of striking teammates while on the road, as well as threatening to club his teammates to death by the end of the year. In January of 1899, Bergen would have surgery on his hip, something that would leave him seeming somehow different according to his friends and family. He began having hallucinations, where he stated he believed assassins were attempting to poison him. But things would only get worse, as several months later Martin's eldest son would die of diphtheria. Bergen was granted time off to grieve, but would come back 2 weeks later, clashing with his team to the point where the team's president urged other players to avoid him. The following year would see Bergen performing a myriad of strange behaviors, including walking off the team train to return home at the beginning of a trip, and disappearing for days on end to return as if nothing happened. This would all culminate on October 9th, where Bergen was pulled from a game for dodging pitches instead of catching them, claiming he was dodging knife thrusts from an invisible assailant. Many of Bergen's teammates said they would not return to the Beaneaters the following season if Martin was still playing, but no one could have guessed he would never play again. In January of 1900, Marty Bergen would attack his wife with an axe, striking her enough times to crush her skull, before killing his children in the same fashion. Martin would use a straight razor to cut his own throat, cutting far enough before he died that his head appeared to be nearly severed from his body. According to one report, Bergen's father was the person to discover the bodies, and the gruesome crime soon swept headlines across the nation, with many of the details being inaccurate. Harvard's Dr. Carl Salzman would later state Bergen very likely had schizophrenia, as well as suffered from manic depression. A story that ends with a real curveball. See you guys next time.